London, 1928. And inside St. Mary's Hospital, one lab looked more like a forgotten storeroom than the birthplace of a medical revolution. Petri dishes lay scattered, covered in strange growths. Bacteria bloomed unchecked. This was the lab of Alexander Fleming. When his holiday came, he packed his bags and left the chaos behind. He wasn't a showman, he wasn't chasing headlines. Fleming was a quiet observer, a man who paid attention when others rushed past, the kind of scientist who didn't clean up because he knew. Sometimes, answers grow in the mess. When he returned, most of his dishes had spoiled in the heat. Any other scientist would have swept them into the trash. But one dish stopped him. It had been inoculated with Staphylococcus, a common and dangerous bacteria. But now, something else had moved in. A fuzzy, greenish mold. And around it a halo of empty space, no bacteria, no infection, just stillness. Most would see a failed experiment. Fleming paused. He looked closer. That pause, that was the first moment opportunity knocked. At the time, medicine had no miracle. Infections killed. Minor wounds turned fatal. The world needed penicillin but didn't know it yet. Even after Fleming isolated the mold penicillin notatune and proved its astonishing ability to kill bacteria while sparing human cells, few listened. Doctors read his paper, nodded politely, and moved on. Even Fleming, struggling to stabilize it, published and let it go. Another opportunity, nearly missed. He could have abandoned it, he nearly did. Penicillin was too unstable, too delicate. He lacked the tools to take it further. But here's the truth. Discovery isn't just about that first spark. It's about who keeps the fire alive. A decade later, another lab, another group of minds. Howard Florey and Ernst Chain, Oxford scientists. They found Fleming's forgotten paper, and they saw what no one else did. A second chance. They seized it. Through sleepless nights and wartime shortages, they purified penicillin. They tested it on dying patients. And when it worked, they raced to mass produce it. Farmers grew the mold in milk chuck. Soldiers smuggled it in suitcases. The world finally caught up with the idea that almost slipped through the cracks. By 1944, penicillin was saving soldiers on the battlefield. By 1950, it was in homes and hospitals. Infections that once meant death now met their match. The average human life expectancy began to rise, and all of its every life saved traced back to that one messy dish. And the scientist who paused, who looked closer, who asked, why is nothing growing here? The story of penicillin isn't a lucky accident. It's a chain of decisions to look closer, act again, and try harder. Fleming didn't discover a miracle in a single moment. He noticed something strange and didn't look away. Others picked up the trail, refused to give up, and pushed forward. It wasn't one opportunity. It was dozens, and someone bold enough to seize each one. The power of the pause, the choice to look deeper. That's how the world changes.